Belgium 1, Italy 0. Congratulations to the Italians making a semi-final against Spain. A lovely little bit of history with that. I know I'm pretty sure the last time they played each other in a knockout game of football was the 2012 Euro final. I think the Italians are out for blood. Hey, let's get straight on into this review, this video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. And one of the best games of football I've seen in a while. Not the best game of the tournament, but this is why you watch these tournaments. You're looking for entertaining, you're looking for exciting. This fitted the bill perfectly. It was end-to-end, it was tactical, it was slow, it was fast. It was a little bit plagued by injuries and things started to kind of go wrong towards the end, but regardless, great game of football, really good game of football. And a lot of people, I remember Troops saying quite publicly on his Twitter that the Italians, people are giving them too much respect. They've got an easy group, they've topped the group, and they haven't made anyone equality yet. They've played against the #1 ranked team in the world, and they're out. You know, that's an impressive thing. And obviously this is the beauty about that half of the draw. All the big teams that are left in, you know, could have played each other and obviously have. France would have been the only one that would have been anywhere different. But regardless, it still sets up a great game with Switzerland and, with Spain and Italy. Switzerland was obviously a decent game earlier, but obviously it couldn't pan out. The Italians versus the Spanish is going to be a great game of football for the exact same reasons this was. It'll be slow, I think it'll be end-to-end, but I think both teams really relish space. And I think it depends, of course, who gets the lead. It's going to be a tough one to come from behind in, but it's definitely possible. Let's talk about the goals in this game. The first one, well, actually, let's talk about the disallowed one. It seems like an eternity ago now. Leonardo Bonucci tapping it in, or chesting or bellying it in at the back post. A great ball whipped in, but I mean, Chiellini was offside. I can't remember who the other guy that flicked it on. It might have been Kesa. And then definitely Bonucci was offside at the back post. It was rightfully disallowed. But the Italians kind of looked in control for a lot of the early stages. Insigne, one of my favourite players out there in world football at the moment. Insigne and Mertens, two players I really, really admire, pretty much for the same reason. Napoli, the talisman, the history that goes with it. And also they are great technical footballers as well. Smaller as well, both of them, so they have different kind of skill sets. Really, really good technical players. Mertens didn't actually do anything in this game, but Insigne, of course, scored a wonder goal. We'll talk about that in a moment. The first goal for Italy, I'm actually struggling. Oh, how can I forget? That's the strike from Barella. Wow. Great turn, great movement. Knew when he was in the box he couldn't be touched. Wriggled his way through, drilled it. Can't ask for anything more. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Now, there's a few of these players that are out there. I've been a big fan of him ever since I've seen him at the tournament. I can't lie. Big, tall winger. Don't see many of them anymore. But there's a lot of wingers, kind of wingers slash midfield players slash attacking players just in general that aren't out and out number 9s. It feels like you have to be a left winger, right winger, number 10 or a centre forward. Well, there are a few players that are just attacking midfielders. There are people that get forward, people that get involved. You could see De Bruyne out on the right hand side, you could see him on the left hand side. You know you're going to get a great player out of him either way. Mason Mount is another one that does it as well. He can go down the middle, he can go left, he can go right, and he still gets the same result. He is a good football player. Barella is the same thing. He always gets involved. Normally stays out on the right-hand side, but he does drop into midfield every now and again as well. And he has got the ability to go and play more centrally because of his height. There isn't many out there. I'd love to see him in a Chelsea shirt. Don't think it's going to happen. And let's be honest, it's another winger we probably don't need. But still, great player. Really, really do like him. Then comes the wonder goal from Insigne. And, I mean, the finish, the power, the accuracy to beat Courtois. I said it in my kind of predictions video. I said, if you're going to beat Courtois, you've got to do it low. Well, proves I know nothing about football, because the bending finish from Insigne into basically the top corner, you don't stop those. And even Courtois, 6'6" of Courtois, whatever he is, could not deal with it. Absolutely superb. It's a fantastic finish. Was he given too much time by the Belgium defence? Yes, he was. This is the problem about the big names of the Belgian defence. For Marlon, 35. For Tongan, I think 34. I want to say Alderweireld's 33, might be 32. I want to say he's 33. Might be. No, I think he's 33. You can't carry all of them. And obviously they paid the price today. It's not one person's fault. Both, two defenders, I think it was for Tongan was one that was central. Both could have gone out towards him. They both didn't. But regardless, could the centre midfielders have done something? Yuri Tillemans, kind of got skipped past. Maybe could have had some sort of an argument, but for me, I like to see goals. I want to celebrate goals. Absolutely superb finish. That would have been up there with one of the goals in the tournament. Again, had there not been a goal that was scored from the halfway line. It's the only annoying thing about this. There's a lot of good goals that have been scored, but the one from the halfway line, we all know is going to win the goal of the season. We all know it's going to win the Pushkas Awards. We might as well all just score tap-ins from now on. That's annoying. Belgium get one back. The penalty, no. It's not a pen for me. Not a pen. I understand the logic, but this is the problem with VAR, is you're not trying to prove whether this is a penalty or not. You're trying to prove whether the referee made a clear and obvious error, which, I mean, it's all down to interpretation. It's not a clear and obvious error. So I think it's soft. I think the referee's not had a mare, that's the wrong phrase, but I think he'll be disappointed, shall we say, by that one, looking back on it maybe. But regardless, I mean, it was a penalty. Obviously, it's tucked away by Lukaku. Can't finish top goal scorer now. You're looking, it's got to be Ronaldo, surely, I think. 5 goals, fewest amount of minutes played, and also got an assist. It would take a miracle for Patrick Schick to change it round. He basically needs 2 goals, which isn't going to happen, or a goal and 2 assists. But again, don't know if that's going to happen. Who knows? Could be out by tomorrow night. It could open the whole thing up. I don't know. I've got no idea. But the game of football, especially in the second half, there was a lot of time wasting. Of course, you can understand it. Got very end-to-end. It got very open. And Belgium just sort of run out of ideas. I don't want to say they lacked leadership, because that's not fair. But they lacked the kind of big game know-how of what to do when it got into basically that shootout kind of thing. And I mean, Chiellini's 36, Bonucci's 36. And although the Italian team is not full of youth, it's got the odd youngster in it, especially like the goalkeeper as well. Another one you'd normally have would be an experienced head. Didn't have that, but they still had those 2 leaders at the back, 2 proper warrior defenders at the back for Italy that just know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, they're getting into it, they're setting the tempo. And the Italians just want it. They really do just want it. I've got, right before the start of the tournament, I backed them from pretty much the first game and even before it. I like the Italians. I like what they're doing. Everyone's been playing them down. I think they've got a real chance to go and win this thing. They might get unstuck. I don't know. I've looked at them and don't think they're perfect, but I do think they are probably the best side in the tournament and have been for pretty much the whole thing. I think they'll be right up there at the end. And when I say right up there in the end, I think they're going to win the whole thing. That's where my money is currently lying. As much as I want to say it's coming home, it'll be a massive task to get past the Italians. But who knows? Who knows? One thing I will say, again, about the game earlier is the Spanish game. I'm very happy that Spain have gone through, because you now know that Spain-Italy is going to be a proper test. And it won't be an absolutely steamroll performance from Italy, getting straight into the final, having full energy, ready to go, after not playing a team of any quality in Switzerland, who they could have probably just annihilated in 5 minutes, especially if they get 60,000 people, a lot of Italians in North London, just in London in general, to be fair. So, yeah, look, I mean, I think this is the best thing for the tournament. It was a great game. You want to see the best teams go at it. And, of course, they all end up on the same half of the draw, which means it is going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, very entertaining night of football. Of course, the big one tomorrow. Make sure you don't miss any of it. But, yeah, thanks for watching. If you're new around here, make sure you like, share and subscribe. Ronaldo for the Golden Boot is pretty much nailed on now. But we've got a lot of football still to be played.